Welcome back. Let's get into our lesson for today. So, we're talking about short division first. So, if we were to review our steps of division, here are our steps. We know that there are 5 steps in division. We divide, multiply, subtract, compare, and then bring down. So, if we were to look at this problem, we would do our first step. We would look at that first digit in the dividend and see if we can get a group of our divisor out of that digit. So if I have 2, can we get 3 out of there? No. If you have 2, you can't give me 3 when I need 3, right? So we cannot get a group of our divisor out of our first digit in the dividend, which we already have been practicing when we are practicing our division, which means that if we can't get a group of our divisor out of that first one, we look at both numbers in the dividend. So we look at both numbers in the dividend, okay? So when the first digit of the dividend is smaller than the divisor, we put it with the next number in the dividend and then divide both numbers by using our divisor. So how many 3s are in 29? So if you were to sing the 3 song or count by 3s using your fingers, how many 3s can you get out of 29 things? Did you say 9? Hopefully you said 9. So if I were to complete the problem like we have been practicing, we just divided and we got 9 groups of 3 out of 29. Our next step would be to multiply. Here we're going to multiply 9 times 3. What do you get when you multiply 9 times 3? Did you say 27? If you did, that's correct. So I've written 27 below 29 because we're now setting up for our next step, which is to subtract. What is 29 minus 27? Did you say 2? If you did, that's correct. Now we are comparing. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, it is, which means we can then bring down, which is our final step. But is there anything for us to bring down? No. So 2 is what we call our remainder. It's what's left over. Now, as we are talking about short division, we could have simply said that there are 3 groups there are 9 groups of 3 in 29. So short division is just shortening. It's not going through all 5 steps that we are used to in our steps of division. So it would shorten it and make it just showing the quotient. So in that last problem, it was 3 divided by 29. And instead of showing all this work, we would just write 9. So there's about 9 groups of 3 in 29. That would be short division. So what about this one? 4 divided by 33. Again, if you look at that first digit, can you get a group of 4 out of it? No, so we have to look at both digits. So we ask ourselves, how many groups of 4 can we get out of 33? If we count by 4s, how many groups will we get till we get close to 33 but not bigger? Did you say 8? If you did, that's correct. So 8 would be the answer in short division. We wouldn't have to go through the multiplying, the subtracting, the comparing, and the bring down. We would just divide, and that would be our short division. Now, moving on to checking equivalent fractions. So here I have written 2/3 equals, okay? Now we can check our answer when we make an equivalent fraction by using cross multiplication. So we write 2 fractions side by side, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add a fraction here. All right, so we check our equivalent fractions by multiplying crossways, okay? So we can take 3 and we're going to multiply it by 4, and we're going to take 2 and multiply it by 6. If the answers are the same, then we have done our equivalent fraction correct.